It's 1 year since the chilling abduction, rape and murder of Sarah Everard shocked the nation, leading the country to ask, how could this have happened? And many women to question how safe they are on British streets. Revelations of rape, misogyny and assault in the Metropolitan Police accompany shocking statistics showing that sexual offences in London rose by 25% last year alone. Meanwhile, rape culture in schools has seen one website receive over 50,000 testimonies from girls who say they have been attacked or abused. Have things always been so bad? Or is the 21st century a dreadful era for women? Well, let's talk to Sussex Police and Crime Commissioner Katie Bourne, who was herself a victim of stalking. Katie, 25% up on last year. The figures of women in London saying that they have experienced some form of sexual assault. Does that surprise you?
Probably not, no. Most women that I've spoken to, and if you talk to the women in your lives, will have had some form of sexual assault in their lives, whether it's from something like catcalling all the way through, unfortunately, to serious sexual offences. It's something that the majority of women have learnt to live with, I guess.
I mean, as we look at the anniversary of the shocking murder of Sarah Everard and a lot of women campaigning in that vigil, and there's been a lot of attention put upon how safe women are in this day and age. Do you feel like enough's being done, or is it the case that where governments used to say tough on crime, tough on the causes of crime, it's the latter part that they are distinctly failing in right now?
Well, it's really tragic, isn't it? What happened with Sarah Everard and Sabina Nessa and others as well. The only thing that I can sort of take comfort from in this last 12 months is the fact that there has been this national outpouring and people far more willing to talk about some of their experiences, and actually more people standing up saying, you know, enough is enough. And the number of men who've come forwards, because let's not demonize men in this. The majority of our, husbands, brothers, fathers, sons, they actually want to do the right thing. And they've come forward and said, well, what do we do? What do we need to do to make women feel safer on the streets and feel safer in their everyday lives? So I suppose in a way it's good that people are talking about it. Now we need to see that action and how that's translating, whether it's more training for police, lots of organisations now working to tackle violence against women and girls. Certainly in my own county, a lot of positive steps being made in that front.
I mean, a recent survey showed that only about a third of women say they now trust the police. And given those shocking revelations of WhatsApp groups and behaviour at, say, Charing Cross Police Station in the Met Police, where there were misogynistic messages being exchanged, do you worry that sort of coarse behaviour is actually infiltrating officers on the front line?
Well, of course, it's concerning. And I know my own police force will be the first to say that, they will do everything they can to root out this kind of behaviour. Our chief constable is very clear. She will not tolerate it. And she's very quick when anything like that is found. One thing we have seen more of is actually officers themselves coming forwards and reporting behaviour they think is inappropriate with any colleagues. And that's definitely to be commended as well. But we want women to feel safe, whether it's in their own homes, whether it's on the streets, anywhere in their lives. After all, let's face it, we're 51% of the population, and we have a right to our own lives and to feel that safety. I do know, though, to give that reassurance that police forces are working really hard to build that confidence back. The majority of those police officers and police staff are absolutely mortified by what's happened. And I do know that the huge amount has gone down. We've done loads of consultations and survey groups, working with a lot of women's groups locally to say, what is it that you want to see that is the change? And there were some clear indicators that came out of that for me as a police and crime commissioner. And there's clear work that I've been able to take forwards as a result with our police force.
Katie Bourne, thank you so much for coming on my programme.